Hey guys, I'm Luke Pettigrew. This is my strength and conditioning project. Today we will be doing a technical movement exercise critique of these exercises here. First movement we'll be looking at is the deadlift. Now, as you can see, I have my feet planted directly underneath my hips, maintaining a neutral head while pulling up to full extension. And while I'm doing so, I'm hinging, not pushing the butt back too far, but pushing the knees back far enough. The second movement we'll be covering is the clean and press. So in the clean and press, you want your feet a bit wider than your deadlift stance and a thumbs out with grip from the thighs. You are pulling the bar to full extension and snapping your hips down, and then you're thrusting it overhead. Try and avoid early arm bend. Here we're going to be looking at the front squat. Now you want you to keep your elbows up high so the bar doesn't fall off your shoulders, making sure that we're reaching below parallel, being below the knee crease, and maintaining that good squat stance from the clean and press beforehand. Here's a single leg squat. Now this being a very technical movement, sometimes helps to have a little bit of leverage on your heel, as you can see I'm doing with the mat behind me. You want to keep the weight over the middle of the front of the foot and have your arms out. Do not let the non-working leg touch the floor. Here's the Swiss ball jackknife. With this one, you want to make sure you're squeezing your core, pulling your shoulders back, and really pulling your knees up high. You want to avoid letting the hips sink, and you want to make sure you're keeping your neutral head and that the back is flat. Alright, so before we go today, I want to take a little time to go over a pro focus of the clean and press, because beforehand it was just about general movement in the clean and press, but there's one thing that I'd like to go over that's pretty important, and that would be the hook grip. So the hook grip is an essential technical part of the lift in terms of going up in load and in general efficiency. Because while we're lifting the barbell through a lot of explosiveness, when we increase the load, it will get very difficult to hold on to it in a regular grip. So when we go up 20, 40 kilos and we're explosively lifting the barbell, we want to be able to know for sure that our hands are going to let go. The second pro focus we're going to go over in the deadlift will be the idea of the hinge. Now the reason I bring up the hinge is because when we're using the deadlift, we want to make sure we're isolating the correct muscle groups for that particular movement that will transfer over onto the field. So the difference of hinging in the deadlift and not is this position right here. As you can see, the knees are pushed back far enough where I'm not standing up vertically, I'm pulling my chest over the barbell instead of standing it upright. So for today's final pro focus, I want to talk about a consistency that we saw in all the movements that we covered today. And that consistency would be the idea of a stable midline. You see this idea of the stable midline in all the movements, because when it comes to movement or creating energy, we create it from midline to extremity. So all the stability of movement comes from our midline because it controls the rest of our body. And we see it in all the movements that we've covered today. The Swiss ball jackknife, the pistol, the front squat, the clean and press. Most importantly, even, the deadlift.